Hi, I'm Doug from Pivogo. We're running our virtual S2DS program. Again, I'm chatting to Chris Lovejoy. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing very well, Doug. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad at all, thanks. It'd be great to hear a little bit about kind of your background and why you chose to do the S2DS virtual program.
Sure. So I guess I could say I have a somewhat unconventional background for someone working in data science, in that I initially trained and qualified as a medical doctor, and have been working in London as a medical doctor for the last couple of years. But kind of alongside that, have always been interested in the use of data and have been exploring it in the forms of various different projects that I've been doing in my free time, various online courses and that sort of thing. And that kind of interest led me to then take a master's degree in data science and machine learning. And now I'm looking to get some more kind of industry experience. So what's been great about the S2DS program is that it's perfect for that sort of transition, in that I have no formal experience in data science before. Obviously, I've done things in an academic context. I've done projects off my own back and as part of my degree and that sort of thing. But I've never worked fully in a role where I am a data scientist. So, and I think it would probably be quite difficult for me to apply to a company and say, I'd like to be a data scientist. And they'd ask, well, what have you done before? I'd be like, well, I've worked as a doctor for the last few years, and then I've done my own kind of projects in my free time. I think, yeah, the nice thing about the STDS program is it just gives me that more concrete project-based experience that I can then talk about in the interview and talk about exactly what that experience entailed and what sort of things I learned from the program, and can be that sort of bridge from a transition of industries.
Oh, yeah, very interesting. Really interesting. What kind of sparked your interest in data science originally?
So I think part of it was I've always been quite mathematical. I've always been quite interested in coding and computer science and that sort of thing. So initially that was just a bit of a hobby, and then
Yeah.
increasingly became interested, particularly in the applications of machine learning in healthcare, and started doing a bit of reading around it, started doing a bit of study, started working on different projects, just became increasingly interested in that, and going deeper and deeper into it. So yeah, I guess it's kind of progressed over the last 2 3 years. Obviously, it has a lot of relevance in medicine as well, with so many potential applications of machine learning and so much scope for data science to be used in ways that can improve patient outcomes and improve the ways that hospitals are run and that
Yeah.
health is kind of protected. So it feels like quite a nice way for me to follow those natural inclinations of being interested in maths, being interested in coding, with something that obviously has applications in healthcare.
Yeah, it sounds like a really natural progression. That's amazing. And I guess from being kind of a medical doctor and being with people in person, going into a program that's totally virtual, where you've never actually met anyone before in person, similar to this now. How's
Mm.
that been, meeting the team and the client and that side of things?
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting experience. I think I didn't really know what to expect because I've never solely communicated with people virtually and kind of worked with them in that capacity. To be honest, on the whole, I haven't really felt that it's held me back too much in the sense of getting to know the other people in the team and kind of establishing relationships and enjoying working alongside them.
Yeah.
Um, I think probably initially it took a little bit of time to kind of, I guess, get to know each other, because there's certain things that you don't really get through like a video call. Like you don't get necessarily the same sort of non-verbal cues and the same sort of interaction that you get in person. But actually, after the first day or two, even it started to feel pretty much the same as you would kind of if you were seeing someone face to face.
Yeah.
And obviously, there are advantages of working virtually at the moment, or just in general. There's always advantages, but particularly at the moment,
Yes.
kind of with COVID, it's yeah, I guess it's helpful because it helps us as a team to keep isolated, keep ourselves isolated, and keep productive, kind of in that space. And yeah, it's also obviously it gives you a bit of flexibility in terms of people can work from different locations. So
Yeah.
most of the team is actually currently in Germany, but we're able to work
Very
together.
cool.
And there's not too big a time difference as well, which also helps. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I
would
think,
be a quite a long commute for you to nip over to
yeah,
Germany.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, they're good for the air miles,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the project that you're really looking forward to kind of getting stuck into? Any parts of it you're like, oh, I can't wait to
Yeah.
really crack on with that?
So I'm particularly interested when we get to the point of actually training the models and trying to train different models and see how we can improve our performance. Because I think what's going to be interesting is we already have a benchmark in terms of what sort of performance standard we want our model to achieve. And obviously we want to go beyond that and hopefully quite significantly beyond that. And I think the exciting part of this project is going to be when we get to that stage where we have all of our data, we've extracted all the features that we want to have extracted, and then start playing around with different sorts of models and different tuning of the hyperparameters and that sort of thing. That I think for me probably would be the most exciting part.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to kind of hearing about that. If it's all right with you, it'd be great to have like a weekly call. So this time next week we can check in and see how you're getting on with anyone. Brilliant. Well,
okay, sure.
I'll leave you to it, Chris. And thanks very much for chatting. Great to meet you.
No problem. Good talking to you, Doug.